Battlezone Games presents Michael Helgens and Greg Kilberger in The Watson Files. Battlezone Games invites you to join Dr. Watson for another exciting adventure with his good friend Spencer Holmes. With a diverse selection, Battlezone Games is sure to have what you're looking for. Check out the current inventory at battlezonegames.com. And don't miss all-night game night next Saturday, June 26th. Bring in any game and have some fun with your friends. War Machine, Magic, board games, Warhammer. You bring it in and we'll play it. For more information, check out the link at thewatsonfiles.com. As always, the store is conveniently located just off Interstate 380 at 85 North Centerpoint Road in Hiawatha and online at battlezonegames.com. And now, let's join the doctor and see what story he has for us today.
Yes? Good evening, Mr. Dahlen.
Dr. Watson, your hair.
Yes. Do you like it?
Well, it's very red.
I was just getting in the mood for tonight's story.
About the Red-Headed Leauge.
That's correct.
And so you dyed your hair red.
Oh, no, of course not. This is just a wig.
Oh, I see. So, is this Red-Headed Leauge just a group of men who have red hair, as the name would imply?
More or less. I think as the story unfolds, all will become clear.
It usually does. So
How does the story begin?
Am I that predictable?
Let's just say familiar.
All right, then. How does it begin?
Well, Holmes had invited me to his apartment to assist in an experiment. He was attempting to create a super bright light bulb to simulate daylight. I wasn't real clear on the exact purpose of such a bulb, but it had something to do with a little village in the mountains over in southern Asia, where they apparently get very little sunlight. I'm not really sure. But anyways, as he cranked up the contraption, I was nearly blinded at first. Well, it's definitely bright.
Yes, well, that is the idea, Watson. You heard the part about the sun, didn't you?
Yes, Holmes, I heard. I was just surprised that it was so...
You were surprised that I was successful?
Well,
Watson, did you see that?
I must confess, Holmes, I can't see anything.
Outside the window, it almost looked like a fox.
I thought perhaps my eyes just needed to adjust, but I still only see shades of yellow and white.
All I could see was some bushy red hair at the bottom of the window.
I think your little experiment has blinded me.
What? Oh, you'll be fine. Your eyes just need to adjust. Maybe that's the fox.
Perhaps your light bulb has mutated the poor animal and given him the ability to knock on doors.
That does seem unlikely.
You're the one that's always saying nothing is impossible.
That is a valid point, my dear Watson.
Well, just in case, you'd better take my revolver. I can't see anything.
Are you still complaining about that?
Don't shoot!
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to scare you. The doctor thought you might be a mutated fox.
I don't understand.
Never mind. How can I help you?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. It's a rather odd situation,
Say,
really.
did you walk past my window just a minute ago?
Yes, I did.
Aha! Here is our fox, Watson. See his fiery red hair.
No, actually, I told you. I've been blinded.
Is this a bad time?
No, not at all. He'll be fine. He's just a little overdramatic at times.
Okay.
So why were you so low to the ground? All I could see when you passed by was your hair at the bottom of the window.
Well, I saw an intense light coming from the building, and I wasn't really sure if it was safe to step into the beam.
Oh, don't worry, it's perfectly safe.
I saw smoke forming on the outside wall of the building across the street.
Smoke, you say?
I told you it wasn't safe to be doing your experiments in the apartment.
Yes, well, I'm sure it'll be all right.
You're sure, are you?
Perhaps we should close the blinds.
That might be a good plan.
So, Mr.
Wilson. Janusz Wilson.
Well, I'm Spencer Holmes, and this is my associate, Dr. Watson.
Nice to meet you.
And you as well.
So, Mr. Wilson, why don't you tell us what it is you'd like us to help you with?
Well, I'm not even really sure if I need any help. Basically, it's just really a peculiar story.
Sounds like my kind of case.
Well, about 2 months ago, Vincent brought my attention to an ad in the newspaper.
Vincent?
Yes, Vincent Spaulding. He's my assistant.
Ah, and what is it that he assists you with?
I run a pawn shop across town.
Okay, very good. Continue with your story.
Well, he showed me a classified ad in the paper looking for red-headed male applicants.
Doing what sort of work?
It wasn't real clear. Here, I brought a copy of it.
Ah, well, let's have a look at it then.
Here you are. It's this ad down near the bottom of the classifieds.
Ah, yes, I see. To the Red-Headed Leauge, on account of the bequest of the late Jean Lecky of London, England, there is now another vacancy open, which entitles a member of the League to a salary of £1,000 a week for purely nominal services. All red-headed men who are sound in body and mind, and above the age of 21 years, are eligible. Apply in person this Friday at 11 o'clock to Duncan Ross at the offices of the League, 7 Pope Court, Fleet Street.
£1,000 a week? Why, that's nearly $1,500.
It sounds like some sort of scam.
Yes, that's what I thought, but Vincent convinced me to go down and apply. When I showed up at the address listed, there were hundreds of other men there, and I think I even saw a couple of women posing as men.
Yes, no doubt.
So what happened?
Well, I was lucky enough to be the only one selected. Mr. Ross said I had the reddest hair of the bunch.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So I showed up for work the next week, bright and early Monday morning, and that's when things got really strange.
How so?
Well, Mr. Ross directed me to a table which contained the entire Encyclopedia Britannica and a large stack of notebook paper. I was instructed to begin with the A's and copy the book down word for word.
What on earth could that possibly accomplish?
My thoughts exactly, but for $1,500 a week, and Vincent practically running the shop by himself, I had a double income.
How many other people were working in this office?
None. I was the only one there for nearly 8 weeks.
So, you've been working there for the last 2 months, just copying the encyclopedias onto notebook paper?
Yes, until yesterday.
And what changed?
Well, I arrived promptly at 8 o'clock, as always, but the door was locked, and I found a sign that read, "The Red-Headed League is dissolved as of today."
Dissolved? It sounds like it was just a man sitting at a table doing useless work. What was there to dissolve?
I don't know. I did some snooping and found out who owned the building. He had never heard of Duncan Ross, although he did remember the red-haired man who rented the place. Paid cash for a 2-month lease.
That's odd.
Yeah, that's what I thought, so I decided to come here and see if you could help shed some light on the situation. I don't have much money, though.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll take the case out of simple curiosity. I think it's quite possibly the most unusual set of circumstances I've ever encountered.